I started playing bass about 15 years ago, probably a bit longer. Actually, it's been part of me pretty much my whole career. Um, we had a band back in the day, and we needed a bass player, so I switched to bass for a while, and then that went on for about 8 years, and then I started doing some my own things and recording DTS and recording some solo projects that I've done, and I have an instrumental CD too that I've worked on, and then I've played on a lot of Bill Menchen's music. So it's been rewarding and it's been fun. It's quite the task, but it's worth it. Yeah, me and Bill started playing together, I would say, about 1986, 87. We formed a band called Redeemer. It was at my parents' house, and it was quite interesting. We played a lot of churches and parks and things, and we had a lot of different members in and out, and then that's pretty much when we started playing together. I became a Christian when I was 11. Actually, Bill Menchen, he came over to my house, and he shared Christ with me, and talked to me about the end times, and took me to Harvest Christian Fellowship in Riverside, California, where I sat through a sermon by Greg Laurie, which was actually on the end times, and got convicted, and I went up and received the Lord, and but then after that I backslid for quite a while. I got into all kinds of different things when I was a kid. I had drugs, alcohol, all that stuff I got into, and then I just felt God calling me back. I decided to go back to church, and then turn my life around from there on out. And then I got into a Christian band, and then that was pretty much all she wrote from there on out. You know, it's been great. Best thing I ever did. Well, when I asked Robert to play on the DTS, he was excited about it, and the first track we actually did together was Highway to Holiness. It's a great song. Has a lot of good vibe. It's got a lot of striper-ish sound to it, and even with Robert playing on it, it even impacts that even more. But even though that wasn't the intention, it's just the way it came out. Yeah, the Metal Midnights were a lot of work and a lot of fun. We did the sound, and we managed the stage. We met a lot of different people, and saw a lot of the kids excited. I played there as in the band DTS as well as Final Acts on bass, and it was really one of the best concerts, I think, that I've actually been involved with. All the kids knew the words, and they were singing and jumping and going nuts, and it was really awesome. And then to see people impacted for the kingdom of God in that way, it was really amazing. And the DTS name means dead to sin, and I chose that because I wanted to find a name that was a calling out, that had a statement, what non-believers need to do, and believers need to remain and strive and completely surrender yourself, and how sin impacts our life before and after we become Christians. So I chose that for that reason. I've got a few different things I'm working on. I have a good friend of mine, Steve Azulay, from California, and he's a worship pastor, and he's a great songwriter. Him and I are teaming up, and we've already gotten 9 songs recorded. We're doing 3 more in the next 2 months or so. We're going to try to have this thing out by February, so look for that. We don't have a title yet, but it'll probably be under Steve Azulay Ministries. You can look it up online, Facebook. I'm also working on a project with Rod Reisner, and who also played bass for Final Acts. I'm working on a project with him and a lady named CJ Hyde, who's also a great songwriter. It's not really rock, it's more coffee house, singer-songwriter, and I really enjoy doing that too as well. So I'm doing that. I'm working on some more stuff with Bill Menchen that I can't really release at this time, more secret stuff, and so look for that next year as well. I just know, and I can tell you, it sounds awesome. I'm also working on, I'm actually involved with a cover band that I play with some friends from church, and it's exciting to do that as well. A lot of fun, fellowship. So I got also a solo CD that I got coming out. It's all recorded, just actually working on some of the fine tuning and mixing of it and the production. That will be coming out too as well. I also have another instrumental CD that I'm working on. That'll be out next year as well. It's all just some ripping guitar, and yeah, it's you guys should like it. Yeah, Bill Menchen, when we were growing up, I found out that he played guitar. I don't know, I was 8 years old maybe. I was really young. And as time went on, I found out he had a band, and they actually played at my other aunt's house, not his mom, but my other aunt's house. They actually had way in the back, they had a practice room, and Bill had a band called Asteroid, and I would go in there and look at all the equipment and go, wow, this is really cool, the drums. It was exciting. And then it really inspired me to want to learn to play. So my mom bought me a guitar when I was 11, and Bill actually, I went over there and took my guitar. I said, hey, look what I got. And he actually showed me my first chords on guitar. He taught me, he talked about Love from Van Halen. He taught me Smoke on the Water. The typical new stuff that everybody learns, when you're new to learning to play guitar. But he showed me my A minor, E minor, G, D chord, A chord. He showed me all that stuff, the bar chord, and I just took it from there. Yeah, that's pretty much the things that we did, and plus some other things actually in our backslidden states, which we could just use our imaginations. Weren't too healthy, but God brought us back, and we're here, and only through Jesus Christ are we where we are. So glory be to Him. Yeah, Tony, I would just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here and just speak to the people and express our love for God and music, and how I just want to commit to all of you that as long as I am breathing, I will continue to worship and praise and write music that glorifies God in a strong way and a bold way, and always writing music that's a calling out to those that are lost and that are needing God's forgiveness. Hey, this is Bruce Menchen from DTS. Join me in the Rock Nation where they play the only music that's right.